So there is a smarter way to transfer information from the school back to our homes. Many of us that have children, or if your children are grown up and gone, you'll run into this challenge this year and in the years to follow with how do we move their homework assignments and critical files from school to home and back again. We know that children, dependent upon the age, of course, tend to lose things pretty easily, and storing that information on a USB drive may not be the best approach. So today we're going to learn a little bit about using Dropbox, SkyDrive, Google, basically using the cloud in order to move our files between our homes and our schools. Now, of course, you can apply this to any part of your life. Could be church, could be work, could be whatever. And so here we're drawing out the school and the house area here. We're putting a little bricking on it, put a little roof on it there in a moment. And now we have our child that's going to school, and he gets a homework assignment. And of course, we've kind of made a bogus homework assignment. Oh, let's go ahead and refer out to the cloud here for just a minute. So some of those services, again, Dropbox, SkyDrive, Google, there are several of them out there. They all work very, very well for storing information. So Johnny goes to class for the first day, and he begins to get assignments of work that he needs to do. And he gets this big list of assignments on his agenda, and he is told that he has to write a paper. And this homework assignment is due, and he can do part of it in the library at school on the computer, and part of it on your computer at home or a computer in the library. And the homework assignment happens to be pretty simple. He just has to write a paper on the use of cloud technology. Of course, I'm making it up because I'm giving the video, and I think everyone should write a paper on cloud technology. So today, Johnny is going to write a paper on cloud technology, very advanced school Johnny's going to. So the first thing that Johnny does, and Joe, his dad, gives Johnny a USB key. He says, take this USB key, take it to school with you. When you get at school, plug the USB key into the computer at school and copy your homework assignment to the USB key. Well, this seems like a pretty simple and easy way to do things. We're going to then copy that file to the USB key. We're then going to take that USB key and move our data onto it, and then we're going to take that USB key and move it down to our home computer. Now, of course, not mentioned in the video here, the potential of viruses and all types of other things transferring between the school and your home is always a possibility. But we do what we call SneakerNet, and this is where we're wearing our sneakers. And for those young folks that are listening to this video, those are tennis shoes. We take that USB drive from the school and we SneakerNet it to our home computer. We plug that USB drive right into our home computer, transfer that data down, and everything is great. Until, of course, we lose the USB key or the USB key fails. So this is not the way to do this. We need to use the cloud. Cloud technology is available to us. Let's go ahead and take advantage of it. So let's walk through a couple steps that we can do to get, as Joe, the dad, and Johnny, the son, can do to implement cloud technology in their lives to make homework assignments that much easier. So the first thing that we need to do is connect ourselves to the cloud, and then the cloud itself will connect to our home computer. So let's go ahead and go through some of the steps required in order to do this. I have found that Dropbox is probably the nicer of all of the cloud-based storage solutions, but I certainly use SkyDrive and Google as well, so use whatever works for your family, but set up a family account. We'll use Dropbox in this example. Of course, you can use anything you like. For example, if your name was Smith, you may set up a Google email as SmithFam, right? Or SmithFam22. Name it something that everyone in the family can remember. So it's got to be something very simple so that all members of the family can remember the username, because they're going to have to remember the username email address. So for example, it might be smithfam@gmail.com, but they have to remember the name. The second thing you need to do, Joe, as the father here, to set up and prepare the family, is you need to set up a directory structure for each member of the family. This is pretty simple. You start off with a folder in your Dropbox folder called Smith Fam. That's your root folder. Inside of it, let's say you have boys and girls in the family, so you create a folder called Boys and put in Sam and Pete's name, and then you have Girls and put in Becky's name. Just set up this directory structure within your Dropbox environment. Makes it easier for everyone that's going to be using this shared Dropbox. Then download the application and load it onto your home computer. It's that simple. If you load it onto your home computer, when you hit save from Word, it will go to Dropbox.